think so. They'll be right in it. He's running Raiders playbook.
DA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Los Angeles Rams.
I didn't offer something.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium.
Conquest location.
And it's a pretty good return here, so get this up to the 29. They'll start on the ground with Irving. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And he'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Throwing, Mayfield. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Baker going to give it to Irving. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that's complete. It's twist downward. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 42. A gain of 19 and a new set of downs.
This was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space,
Eating in
the
class.
run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
And the Buccaneer first down.
180!
Mayfield now. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
24-yard line.
A run up the middle with Irving. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
3 on the play. First down, Buccaneers.
Running the toss to Irving. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, You go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Algier will score. Touchdown, Buccaneers. CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
You 11, what's my 11? And my CD's better. And in that situation, my 11 kicked their fucking ass.
You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Extra point open good by Folk. And it's now a 7-0 game. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. The drive starts with a carry by Corum. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. But it's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They run once more with Corum. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Stafford. That is caught. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hey, 5-0!
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Oh shit, I guess he did use it.
Stafford going to give this one to Corum. He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. The Rams come in with 2 wins on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good.
What formation
Back-to-back
is this?
victory, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 46, here's the 2nd and 5. Here's Stafford. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Well, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it'll be 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
turns into a dinosaur with some stupid ideas about saving. Bring him in. Is everything all right? What do you think?
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
We'll say this all over the best way is to do is just get it started. Just pay attention. This guy.
They snap it to Stafford. He'll let this go for Adams. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made.
Bro, this dude just lobbed it to Devontae Adams on 4th and 1.
Inside the
Caught
10.
it, bro.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a first down, but a big play as well.
Play action. Stafford. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And that's a tough throw for a right-handed quarterback rolling out to his left and trying to get the ball to a receiver. We've seen all those drills where they're trying to get the shoulders square and point it towards the target downfield.
He usually cares about himself.
Stafford now to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and goal situation.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Don't eat all of it, just like you wanted.
Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. He's got a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are an extra point away from evening this one up.
What's up, dude?
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied at 7.
Ties the game at 7.
So, what you working today? You thought you were working that breakfast? No. I lost my job.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line.
We don't know your boyfriend's history. We don't need to beat around the bush.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
From the gun, Mayfield. And that's incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator who's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Looking right side.
Are you kidding? Are you kidding?
And the Rams are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38
Bro, so I gotta click on it every time I play the fucking.
When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And in Discord.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have climbed back to 500 now in the season.
And you and I both know this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes, because I remember a few weeks ago you and I had a conversation where we both thought if this was a season they could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. 2 yards to go, second down.
Snap, 32.
Again, it's Corum. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Throwing is Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's brought down. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
Yeah.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
Corum now on 1st and 10. Just a yard.
Can you hear me good?
Carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now Stafford. And he fires one incomplete.
Yeah.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
I'm watching the first one.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Now it's Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with a football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Second and 10.
No.
Mayfield. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up. That's why I never
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Carrying this one out for Evans. And this one is...
No, I didn't fill out a bracket.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute.
I'm playing Madden.
Put the ball in the air, never gave up, converged on his man, and moved the play up.
Yeah, I'm playing in the franchise league right now.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of his first half of play. Tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, this game has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive. He takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Second down and 3. Stafford throwing quickly, complete out wide. And getting it just short of the 45 at the 44. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 4 yards.
An Any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Set. Go 20. 10. Hey, 50.
Here's Stafford. This short throw caught by Goddard. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Up the middle, here's Corum. Past the 20. 5, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Blake Corum with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Rams have 6 to their lead.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now Mayfield. That's caught.
And now his yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Mayfield looks to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try and recover from this 10-point deficit. The interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. To the right side, catch made by Buka. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 more yards there and another first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On 1st and 10, here's Irvin. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Final minute now, the 3rd quarter.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Rams' 40-yard line.
Slot man moves right. Once again, it's Irvin. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping that one run. This drive is going pretty well. I can come right back at it.
You gotta watch it.
Here's Mayfield.
Yo, you'd be surprised.
And that is incomplete.
You see, you got five. Why you stop watching?
Bro, because this nigga's getting bailed out. Oh, why I started laughing? Yeah, this nigga heard me cracking buns. Look at J.O. Straight cracking buns.
But they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Mayfield to throw it. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over.
Nah, that shit's funny as fuck. He tried to open the door. I that shit walk.
All week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every
Better watch.
situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Back now in Los Angeles. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing, Mayfield. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Here's 2nd and 10.
Regular. Hey, alert.
Back to throw again. This is caught. The Birds are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Irvin going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Now a toss left side for Algier. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Tyler Algier. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bucs have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Full connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll go back to Corum on first down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Stafford. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And they work this down at 4-yard line. Tackled there. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. So the 4th down conversion sets him up with this. 1st and 10 at the 40. They run straight ahead with Corum. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. To throw is Stafford.
Oh, wow, that's not a huge.
He's going to have a Rams first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
2nd and 7.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Stafford now to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now a 3rd and 6.
I've detected life signs on the streets in this area. They're too large to be rats.
Are you kidding? You're kidding, bro. On 3rd down, he throws it 6 yards behind the line of scrimmage, bro. And my tackler just rolls off of him. That's game.
Yeah, you gotta love the effort.
No, I'm not fucking playing him, game.
Gotta know situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
We've said that shit. We've said that shit so many times.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way.
Because you asked that shit 6 times.
Because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. From the gun, a give to Corey.
Wow. Wait for him to ram all over me. I got 30 seconds left, down by 10.
Tucker with the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
I got to put this in there. Time.
14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. This is 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
Giving big credit for his coverage right there, because when we saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here's Baker. And that's going to be incomplete.
When you're leading in the foul quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Completes to Njoku. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
Listen, when you're at this point of the game, all options are on the table. 4th down, they say, we've got to go for it. And what a play they come up with. Big yardage there to keep the drive alive.
Mayfield to throw. And that is incomplete.
Good coverage there in the end zone, and it's been like that all game long. And now, down 2 scores, I imagine they'll try again, but it'll just be for posterity's sake.
One last shot from Mayfield here. Incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Another one in the books for his partner. Always great to be by your side. And both offenses, both defenses had some moments in this one, but I think you would agree these coaching staffs are also going to have some stuff